Today we're going to talk about chapters 6 to 9 in The Penderwicks by Gian Bertzel. This is a National Book Award winner, and I hope that you really enjoy these chapters. So in chapter 6, Batty is going to the rabbits, and do you like rabbits? And would you like it if you were Batty? And also, there's also Jeffrey's taking Sky and Jane into Arundel, right? Awesome place. Do you like to live in a mansion? Yeah, would you like to live in a mansion or in just a house or a small cozy log cabin? How do you like it? Do you like fancy things or just cozy things? How do you like it? And when Jeffrey plays the piano to Sky and Jane, they were very surprised because they thought that they were gonna have to be like, oh, it's okay. I mean, it's great. Like, even if it wasn't great, but he was actually very great. Do you actually play any instruments, or do you like music? And if that's so, what kind of music? There's rock and roll, jazz, hip hop, and then there's classical, country, lots of them. So what do you like? And then suddenly there's Mrs. Tipton. They need to get out of here. So they go down on an oak tree. Or just a huge tree, actually not an oak tree, but a huge tree. If you had been Jane and Sky, would you have gone down the tree, or would you have just faced Mrs. Tipton? Because climbing down an oak tree, if you slip, you'll probably break your neck or you'll die. So, what would you do? I personally would just face Mrs. Tipton. Maybe, that is. And then chapter 7, now, everyone's happy, right? So they're just happy, they're going everywhere. And then Churchy said that they were gonna have gingerbread, and the sisters learned that Jeffrey was gonna have a birthday party. And why doesn't Jeffrey want to invite the sisters? And if you had been Jeffrey, would you have invited or would you not have invited the sisters? And just a quick bonus question: have you ever eaten gingerbread? And if so, how did you like it? It's very good because I haven't eaten a lot of them, but it's delicious. Just wanted to tell you. But anyway, we're going to the attic, right? And the attic is really cool. And do you like to rummage around in attics and look for all the things? Or are you not that kind of people? And are you someone like a fresh air guy who really just likes sports and all that, but doesn't like going into attics to look for awesome things? Well, what kind of person are you? I'm more of a outside guy, but I do like awesome attics. They're awesome. And now, there's a story behind Mrs. Tipton, and after you read that story, how did you feel to Mrs. Tipton? Did you feel a little sympathetic, or did you just feel the same to Mrs. Tipton, that she was a very snooty person? I sort of warmed up to her, but then I changed my mind. So, what about you? And so there's swords and arrows, and Jeffrey promises that he'll put like the rubber tips on the arrows. So it's really cool. Another just quick question, I'll just add that in sometimes. Do you like sword fighting or arrows? Or, arrows, targeting. And then, chapter 8, the birthday dinner. So, the birthday dinner, how did it go? 1 to 10. 1 is horrible, 10 is awesome. Well, it didn't go very good, right? Pretty bad. And so, Dexter, how can you describe Dexter in your opinion? And do you like him or do you not like him? But what about the dining hall? Did you think that it was pretty cool? But then we learn about military school, Pensy. Did you like that? And did you think like, hey, this is gonna be great for Jeffrey. He'll do a lot of things and he'll be happy. Or did you think this is not gonna be good for Jeffrey? Well, there's also the sisters. If you had been the sisters, would you have been shy a little, or would you have just come boldly up to Dexter and be like, "Hey, man, I do not like you"? How would you do it? And then, and so I personally do not like Dexter. And chapter 9, yeah, it was pretty awful, right? And then, so now they're in the bushes, right? And and did you like the presents that the Penderwicks sisters gave Jeffrey? And also, back in chapter 8, there was a golf clubs that Dexter had given Jeffrey. Do you like golf? But if you didn't, let's say, then, or maybe you just don't, but if you don't like golf, or maybe you do like golf, but either way, if you gave someone golf clubs to someone, if you gave someone golf clubs who did not like golf, that would have been pretty bad, right? I mean a little, because if you knew that. So I didn't like that about Dexter. But anyway, Dexter's telling Mrs. Tifton to marry him, right? So Dexter was talking about marrying with Mrs. Tifton, saying we could go to Paris, and we could also go to Rome and London and Vienna and Copenhagen. And the thing is, do you like cities? A quick question, just, But anyway, then Jeffrey is going a year early. Do you like that about it? Jeffrey does not want to go to military school, and now he's going a year early. I do not like it. How about you? And they were all thinking, and now, what do you think will happen to Jeffrey? What do you think the Penderwicks sisters will do? And now, that's the end of chapter 9. But of course, I've got some bonus questions. But before that, I just wanted to ask you, as always, what was your favorite part in these chapters? And then in the book so far? And then, now and there are some bonus questions, and that is, and I'm just gonna go all around, okay? But anyway, there's a boy called Teddy Robinette. How is he? How can you describe him? And do you think that he's a very good person or a very bad person? Also, I wanted to ask you also if, Dexter, right? So Dexter, he's pretending to be all smart and all that, but he doesn't even know he said like the cistine or the cistern, right? And he was like, and he mixed them up, right? So, all in all, how do you think that the sisters should have acted to Dexter? Do you think that they should be doing the thing that they were doing just then? Like, do you think that what they were doing was perfect? Or do you think that they should have changed it somehow? Do you think that they should have been bolder or something? It's just your point of view. And then there's also and then Rosalind called the mops one evening, right? And what was the mops about? And I just wanted to ask you, do you think that mops is pretty cool? You know, mops. And do you think that meeting is very well organized and cool, in your opinion? Just a quick question. And rabbits, have you ever fed rabbits? And rabbits, do you, I want to ask you a little more about rabbits. And it's that, like everyone is very happy, right? In Arendelle, in which ways are they all happy? And if you happen them, would you have all of them have some private joy, right? Which private joy would you have? Because there's a lot of them, right? What Batty is rabbits. And then for Jane, it was soccer practice. And then the Sabrina Star book. For Sky, it was going through the gardens and being in the bedroom. And Rosalind likes Cagney's early visits. And like a lot of them, right? So, and then there's some more. But anyway, I wanted to ask you, what is your favorite activity you would like to do? I personally would really like soccer practice and the Sabrina Star book, but I would also like visiting the rabbits. So both of them. You can do two. But what about you? And those were just a few other bonus questions. But anyway, I hope that you really enjoyed today's session and have a great day.